Well, hello everyone. I'm the Vacuuminator,
I'm Buster.
and this week in Toku, we're going to be talking about NYCC, double helpings of all the shows, and a big steaming pile of other shit. But before all that, Buster, how have you been?
I had a very lazy day. I really should have worked on stuff more.
It's fine, you're allowed.
Yeah, I guess, but Writer Week is kicking off. I have most of the videos prepared for that. So hey, go watch my channel. We currently have, by the time this video comes out, we'll have Hibiki and Kabuto up, and then Deno tomorrow, Kiva on Thursday. So yeah, a bunch of Kamen Rider reviews.
Yeah, you hadn't promoted that on this show at all yet, actually. I just realized.
Well, that's because it's kind of a last-minute thing. I already have all these scripts. I can just bang these out in a week, the finished videos, so I can make, a whole week of videos, you know?
Yeah, but it works out. It's serendipitous.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really, anything Kamen Rider, big happening this week, outside of, the finale to Futo PI, but, I don't know, I just want to get these videos, done and over with, and, just get the algorithm to notice me more.
Yeah,
you know?
and I mean, you say that, but my dude, this week's Geats.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. How are you, Mr. Vac? I know you haven't had the best day.
I was actually having a really good day until I found out a certain bit of news that gave me a panic attack.
Oh.
But then about an hour later, it got announced that they're working on a new Henry Cavill Superman film.
Yeah, I really want to talk to you about that before we start the show, actually, because I'm excited too.
We won't go too deep into that because this is a Tokusatsu podcast and that's American superheroes. But yeah. I am more of a Superman family fan than I am a Batman family fan, and I'm a DC guy more than I'm a Marvel guy. And I've long been of the opinion of Henry Cavill is a great Superman. He was just given shitty scripts, so I have high hopes for him to get a new film under a different creative team.
Yeah.
But that's all I'll say on that. Let me also say before we get too deep into things, though, that yes, there was no episode last week. That's entirely my fault. I had a life thing come up very last minute that I had to completely throw out my schedule for the day for. And I won't get into too much what it is. I might talk about it on my Patreon podcast if I feel like it at the end of the month. But just know there was no avoiding it. I had to cancel the show. But you get a double-sized episode this week because of it. So I guess be happy. I don't know. Do you want to listen to a 2-hour podcast?
Again, we've had a lot of long episodes recently.
It's been a busy fucking fall for Tokusatsu.
Yeah, and we still got Black Sun to cover later.
Oh, yeah. Should we go into that? Because doesn't that come out next week?
Not next week. We got one extra week, but we can talk about what we're planning for Black Sun because things might change. And
yeah, we kind of discussed this a little bit off mic a few days ago. I think the general idea is we're not going to try and do it all in one shot like we did Dino Fury because it's going to be twice as long as Dino Fury's second half, and we don't want to have to sit through all of that in a weekend.
Yeah, it's each episode, the first episode's an hour plus, and then each episode's gonna be 40, 30 minutes, so yeah.
So I don't know. I might if we've made it through a decent chunk by the Monday of that first week, we might do a preliminary thoughts kind of thing, but for the most part we're just gonna wait until we've both finished it in our own time.
Yeah, which I'll probably do soon. It's a new Kamen Rider show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to watch that. And I don't want to be spoiled on Twitter and hear terrible takes and then actually watch the show and be like, well, that's not that bad.
Yeah, you know? I'd want to watch it as fast as well, but I'm a fucking busy boy.
Yeah, you actually have a job.
Yeah. Which, by the way, let me do a little bit of my job here and tell you all to support the channel. If you're listening to this podcast, it's on Modular Media's YouTube channel. Modular Media is the creative co-op that the two of us are members of. It's a little group channel for a bunch of YouTube friend boys who want to make content together, and the best way to help us do that in the future is to engage with the algorithm for us. So please like this video, comment down below if you have any thoughts on stuff that happened this week in Tokusatsu. Subscribe if you've never heard the show before and you want to keep up with it now. Ring the bell in order to enable notifications so that you get every episode of this show and the other two podcasts we do on this channel, Modular Components and the No Prize podcast, delivered to your email inbox, I guess. And follow us on Twitter at the Modular Media for updates down to the minute, and join the subreddit r/Modular Media to just hang out and chat, I guess. I don't know what you're supposed to do on subreddits anymore. Subreddits are a mystery to me. I knew them once, and I used to be with it, Buster, and now I've lost what it is. It'll happen to you.
That's scary. Anyway,
on to the news.
Yeah.
Our top story this week, and by this week I mean last week because this was New York Comic-Con news, actually. Super 7 announced their next range of Godzilla projects are going to be a bunch of classic-style Halloween masks themed after Showa-era Godzilla stuff. There's, of course, the Big G himself. There's also going to be Hedorah and classic Mecha Godzilla. And though I would never wear them and probably won't ever have the opportunity to get them, I kind of love that these exist. These look wonderfully doofy.
Yay. Fun props. That's all I got.
Yeah, go out there and get them if you're into that kind of faux retro stuff. But also in Super 7 news, they announced Wave 3 of Super 7 Toho Ultimates, which is going to be Destroya and what they say, 12,000 degrees Celsius Godzilla, aka my fucking face is melting off Godzilla, which looks hardcore as hell.
That's all I got.
You didn't say anything.
It looks great. I got nothing to say. I have not seen these movies yet. I've only seen 1954 and Shin.
No, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. I haven't actually seen Destroya's movie, but I've seen enough images and clips of him to know, like, this fucking great looking figure.
Yeah, these are great looking figures. That's all I got.
Okay, I'm just saying you gotta have things to say. Let's see if you have things to say about the trailer for Godzilla Fest free Gigan Attack, which is going to be a short film coming out on Godzilla Day, which is November 3rd. I think this looks pretty freaking cool. They clearly remade the original Gigan suit for it, and for those of you who don't know, Gigan is like my favorite kaiju of all time. I prefer the Final Wars version, but the classic version is really good too. So to see they're doing a new short film about him is pretty exciting. However, we should also say, because like we failed to report on last year's one, Toho will upload these for like a week and then take them down and never post them anywhere else. So if you're interested in this, make sure you watch it within the first week and like fucking screen record. Preserve that media.
Archive, yeah. Go on the Internet Archive if you are watching this like years later or something.
Yeah. Did anyone save the previous two ones? Do we know?
Pretty sure that was during the YouTube era. I'm pretty sure people did. I'll look it up later
because I haven't actually seen them, but I would like to.
Yeah, same. But like, I kind of actually now that I know Godzilla Day is on November 3rd, I got to keep that date in mind for a video plan. So.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna check this out when it drops.
Yeah, same. I've not seen the Gigan movie yet, but I'll look into it.
I've seen the original Gigan movie, and I've also seen all the clips of him in Final Wars, but I haven't actually watched Final Wars in its entirety.
Yeah,
I'm weird about Godzilla in that way. I've seen like a handful of random movies and like a bunch of clips of some of the more famous stuff.
I need to like I need to get back to my Godzilla binge. I promised to do when Tim was last on.
It's fine. You're busy.
Yeah, I'm not that busy. I could just make time for it, but I'm just
Well, as we said, New York Comic-Con happened last weekend, and there was a number of tokusatsu displays there, including Bandai showing off a bunch of SH Figuarts Ultraman stuff, primarily stuff we've seen before, but they did also have an exclusive Comic Colors figure of the original Ultraman that they recently put out as a Shinshoku Seiho. we both have very mixed feelings about the comics. I've not read them aside from a few panels here and there that didn't really excite me. You've read Rise and you really didn't like it, right?
I haven't finished it, but from the first few issues, it's kind of boring. Not that exciting. Just feels like so plain, no flavor. But I like this figure display, and I like the figure they made of the comic, so that's pretty promising.
It looks really solid. And like just the fact that this was there in general was really cool. Like I don't think they had a display at SDCC, but
Well, I think they did because they had at the suits. No, that was Japan. That was like a different thing.
that was some kind of expo in Japan.
No. Japan was like Anime Expo. That was Anime Expo. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh,
Where they
okay.
had the suit acting, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that because it was Anime Expo, and anime is kind of a tainted medium to me for reasons I won't get into here.
The Vacuuminator learns to love again through anime.
Oh, Jesus. Well, let's talk about some actual release news, which is the fact that finally there is going to be a US screening of Shin Ultraman. It's going to be at the Chicago International Film Festival on October 15th, which is already passed, and the 23rd. I'm both very happy this is finally happening and very annoyed that there's no way in hell I could get to it.
Yes, you got tickets for the screening on the 23rd, baby.
The fucker who lives in Illinois.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I am very happy for you, but also god damn it.
Yeah, I'm a bit ticked that like the October 15th screening was just like apparently you had to go in like first come first serve, which I'm like I'm not doing that. I want to make sure I have a seat if I'm going to be driving all the way to Chicago for that. So I decided to do the 23rd on a Sunday. It's Sunday morning, but like they're gonna do they're gonna show the first two episodes, not first two episodes, but like a couple episodes that are probably important to Shin Ultraman of the original series, which is really cool. Being able to see that vintage stuff on the big screen is gonna be awesome, and they're just seeing Shin Ultraman on the big screen. Very excited. I kind of like using this to I want to soak in the atmosphere of excitement. You know, how are the locals feeling about Shin? You know.
Hopefully this is like the beginning trickle of the floodgates opening and we'll have more wide screens.
We've done convention screenings of like Shin. So I do think hopefully this is the last film festival convention screening, and then before the year's up and December we'll get
give us a weekend give us a Thanksgiving Fathom Events release.
Yeah, just freaking release it already. The digital copy's already in circulating. We covered it, so it's
I've said it once, I'll say it again. There's not a lot that will get me back into theaters anymore, but I would go to a theater to watch this.
Yeah.
Even though I've already seen it, I liked it enough.
Yeah. Best movie of the year.
What is next? Okay. There was a fucking Team Rider was at New York Comic Con, and I don't think they showed off anything new.
Yeah, they just showed hey, here's the stuff that we're about to release. They showed
look at these things you can buy.
Yeah, I mean they're cool things, but really nothing else.
Yeah. It would have been so awesome if they had announced the next DVD there or Blu-ray.
Yeah, because I think we're if they can have Alba Ranger announced immediately, basically the week after 5-Man. Can we get the next writer? We already have the Yuki.
How long did it take Kuga to get announced after 01? I forget.
I think 5 months.
Okay, didn't Kuga come out last month?
Yeah. So we're not getting this until we're not getting the next DVD until
January, February.
Yeah.
That's
Toei and Rider need to get their shit together in the West. Come on.
Yeah, that's fucking. I'm just standing there shaking the gates, going, "Give me Wizard," and I'll be doing that until I'm 50.
They're gonna do Wizard eventually. I do think they will.
Eventually, but like I said, it'll be when I'm 50.
Damn, way to be pessimistic.
Well, let's talk about something kind of optimistic, kind of cool, which is that we are getting a TV Power release of the Shadow Changer, which is Shadow Moon's belt from Kamen Rider Black. This is essentially just a black repaint of the new Kamen Rider Black belt that they put out a little while back, and Honestly, I don't see a huge reason to get this because Shadow Moon never henshins in black. He's just a big metal grasshopper man the whole time. But it's a cool prop, and if you really like black, you should probably get this because I don't think this is something that they make anytime again soon because I don't even know if they've made it before.
Yeah. Shadow Moon, cool, I guess.
Yeah, he is a good boy who went astray.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about things that you and I are actually interested in buying, because one thing that did get announced at NYCC that was kind of exciting is there's going to be a whole slew of new Kamen Rider shirt designs coming to Amazon. Via Team Rider, there's going to be a shirt for just about every rider in Revice except Deathstream, I think. And they're also doing a shirt for Blade and 2 shirts for the O's 10th anniversary film. I'm gonna be honest, I probably will get the Blade shirt at some point, but I still haven't gotten the Wizard shirt they did in the first salvo, even though I've been meaning to all this time. And I would like to maybe get Demons at some point.
Well, here's the thing. I've bought a shirt from them once, an O's shirt, and it's basically gone. Like, the logo is just, the design is gone, so I'm not sure if I want to buy, like, a $30 shirt from them anymore.
That's
like,
not great.
Granted, it was, like, after 2 years, but, like, I like my shirts still.
Okay. I thought you meant, like, it rubbed off in a couple months.
Well, like, it happened quickly, I will say. It started to fade pretty quickly, like 6 months or so. So I'm not sure if I want to, like, invest in, like, that, especially because it's, like, $30, so...
I mean, that's not great either, but it's also not the worst I've ever heard. I've heard of, like, YouTuber merch shirts disintegrating within a couple days.
Yikes. I mean, like, I like the designs. It just, Revice is kind of my least favorite writer right now, so I'm like, I don't want to, like... I do like the show, but it's like...
It makes sense to announce a bunch of merch for the show that just ended, but, like, it's also just unfortunate that the show had a very mixed reception with Western fans, let's say.
Yeah. Some people even just refuse to watch it, so... Yeah. I might get the O's one, too.
Well, let's talk about something that is sure to get everybody excited, because I think we can all agree that at least 2 out of the 3 writers this relates to have goated suit designs. We are getting a new complete selection modification release of The Lost Driver, and to go along with it, we are getting the first complete selection modification release of the Eternal Edge. Which is, of course, Kamen Rider Eternal's weapon, and the Lost Driver is the driver he, Kamen Rider Skull, and Kamen Rider Joker use, and it is actually going to be coming with all 3 of their Gaia memories, whereas the Eternal Edge isn't coming with any of them, which I think is not optimal, but if the price is favorable to that, I think it's fine.
Because it should have come with one of the, like, Eternal memories from the V Cinema.
I haven't seen anything double, so I don't know. But, like, I will say, this is fairly tempting to me because, like, the designs of Skull and Joker are one of the first things that, like, really enticed me towards Kamen Rider.
They are very, like, definitive Kamen Rider to me. Like, they kind of scream, like, yeah, this is Kamen Rider. And Eternal's, like, a great suit as well. I love the cape.
I think Eternal would be great if he didn't have blue forearms. Something about that just looks really weird to me.
Actually, the V Cinema, it's kind of like shown as like an upgrade to like red forearms as like flames. They're supposed to be like flames, like he's kind of like his hands are burned in the seeds of hell or something like that.
Well, maybe that'll work a little, or maybe that does work a little bit better. I don't know. I'll find out whenever I actually get around to watching Double and all its side content.
Yeah.
But for now, that's there for the people who have a lot of money lying around. Yeah. Hey, speaking of a lot of money, let's talk about something that had almost no money go into it. Kamen Rider Revice Forward, Kamen Rider Live and Evil and Demons V Cinema got a teaser trailer, and it's a bunch of shots that look like people sitting around in empty lots.
There's a lot of quick cuts in this trailer. It's like, here are, like, it's like 15 seconds. Like, here are major events. Here is all the characters that are returning. Here is people in pain. Here are people punching. That's like every description of a trailer when I put it down to, but just so quick because it's like 15 seconds. Although apparently Virgil from Devil May Cry is gonna show up.
I don't know. The thing that caught my eye the most was like, oh yeah, that's right. Daichi is the only person in Revice who rides a motorcycle.
Yeah,
Because there's a shot of him doing that in this trailer.
yeah. He did it in the opening. I just realized.
We get a very quick look at the new suits in motion, and they look exactly the same. Like, it's such a quick shot that it might as well have been a still.
Yeah, and like judging from like the still this article has, Demons actually looks better here. And then
It looks a smidge better. I'll say that.
Yeah, it looks better. Live and Evil, I'd still like. It's still not really vibing with that. It's a bit wild.
Dude, I'm looking at them right now. They look like Pepto-Bismol just got thrown up all over the suits.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of the point, but also, I don't know.
I don't like it.
Yeah, they could have illustrated that point more better. Speaking of trailers,
all right, we got the final trailer for Kamen Rider Black Sun, and I just realized we should save that. How are we going to talk about Black Sun discussion for this? But yeah, we get a lot more revealed in this. Like a lot of just full-on recreated shot from Kamen Rider Black are in this teaser.
What?
Yeah, like the flashbacks with them being turned into riders, like that is right out of Black. And it seems like it's going to be much more focused on Nobuhiko and Kotaro's rivalry, which the initial trailers didn't indicate. It seemed like that was much more of a background thing. And this is also where we got the release date and kind of like information about how the episodes were going to be formatted.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this actually turns out. I'm not positive or down on it just yet, or not anymore. But like it's hard to feel any certain way about this because I'm still in the midst of my Black watch through, and there's things about this that make me go like, oh, they really cared about the source material, and then there's other stuff that makes me go like, where the fuck does that come from? Like all the political commentary. I guess I need to see it in context, man.
Yeah, although like I'm actually watching first off the theme song and like just the whole cinematography. This is like is an aesthetically beautiful series, but like I am just that political comment like when it's focused on the rivalry and like little character moments that are more Kamen Rider focus. Like and like just being like a cool action show. That's like where I'm like, yeah, but when it gets to political commentary, I'm like, please be good, please be good. I need to see like the full context. Like just showing me these little bits is concerning me, man.
Yeah, it's a hot button issue, as they say. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good. Hey, let's talk about something that'll definitely be good because Bandai announced that pre-orders for the Memorial Edition Gokai Saber are going to go up on the 21st of this month. And if that is actual photos of the suit actors holding the new toy in this promotional image, oh boy, this thing looks nice.
Yeah, the Don Onitajan, right? Or the Gokai Saber.
Gokai Saber, you dingus.
I was so focused on the Black trailer. I was so like immersed, like at least I'll be hooked by that. Anyway, yeah, that's a good saber.
I'm very excited. It's one of my favorite Sentai weapons. I probably will never be able to afford this toy, but I hope it turns out well. I'm looking forward to watching video reviews of it. We did also get better quality images of the toy for Don Onitajan Morasame, the P Bandai Black repaint of Don Onitajan that's coming. And yeah, it is just a straight black repaint, except it's using the new upgrade kit, Don Robotaro mold, with the moving skirts, which kinda irks me as an early adopter, much like that upgrade set did in general, but like, what are you gonna do, man? It's Bandai. They do what they do. Hopefully the skirts are standard on whatever next year's mecha is.
Yeah. That's all I get.
It looks like a solid toy. Whatever.
Yeah. It looks fine. Alright, can we blaze through the Power Rangers news? Cause
there's a lot to go into here, bitch.
Alright.
Let's fucking calm down. And Blaze for this fucking article, because who gives a shit about Diamond Select stuff being shown off at fucking NYCC? The mini mates were there. They're doing mini mates of the MMPR Zords.
They look like abominations.
There's a statue of Matt, which fine, it makes sense. Diamond Select is a comic related company, but still, I do not care about any of this. Speaking of stuff I don't care about, we got an announcement about the next iteration of the Walmart exclusive VHS Retro Power Rangers line. They're ditching the Megazords, which kind of irks me, but I also understand why they go in this direction, because for the 30th anniversary, we are getting new basic Hasbro style figures of the original MMPR team. And somebody has already found through leak listings they are going to do the other free members. But the first wave is MMPR Red, Black, and Yellow. And basically, if you bought any of the Beast Morphers or Dino Fury basic figures, you know what you're getting here. It's an MMPR figure. And I know people are probably irked by this because, ugh, more MMPR merch. But I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say it actually makes sense here because it's a 30th anniversary celebration. And while we have gotten Lightning Collection figures of these suits, Hasbro hasn't done their take on a basic kids figure of these suits yet. And so it makes sense for them to do that for the 30th anniversary. And hey, if anything, we got to see what the 30th anniversary logo looks like on the side of these boxes. And it looks fine.
It looks like a standard Hasbro anniversary logo.
Yeah, there's definitely been better ones. I really wish the lightning was somehow more integrated to the numbers, but I've also seen worse ones, so you know what, it's fine. These look fine. I'm not going to get them, but they're fine. Everybody calm the hell down. It's fine.
It's fine, but I'm actually like, I like the idea of this because I'm like, what if we get basic for Zeo or other seasons that have already got Lightning Collection figures, just as like a little, basically, hey, all right, victory lap, let's do basics of like for completed teams. I don't know, they never confirmed that, but I would like that to be a thing.
That would actually be kind of awesome. I'd be down for that. Like, at least go through the whole Zordon era with the VHS packaging.
Yeah, and I like that, but like how quickly they ditched the Megazord stuff after they did all the MMPR Megazords, I'm like, that doesn't give me hope.
That's true, but I do have a small bit of hope that they may circle back around to that after the 30th anniversary celebration.
Yeah, or at least maybe like just do both lines at the same time. But I doubt
that'd be great. You could probably keep stuff on the shelves better that way.
Yeah.
But speaking of stuff staying on the shelves, the Innovation Point has announced their next two Action Q Power Rangers figures. If you don't remember, last year they did a figure of Dino Fury Red that was basically a chibi hyper-articulated figure of that suit, and I thought it was a really cool oddity, but I had no interest in owning it. And while these next two choices are incredibly obvious, I feel exactly as positive about them as I did Dino Fury Red, because the next two releases are going to be Lord Draken and Mighty Morphin Green for $35 each. I still think that's like a tad pricey for something like this, but there's enough articulation and accessories packed in that it kind of justifies the price. And as much as we don't like the overuse of these suits, it makes sense to go to them next.
Yeah, I'm glad they started with the current season, and these do look good for what they are. So that's all I got.
Like if I wanted something a little more quirky than Lightning Collection, I'd probably be going
quirky.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't fucking know that term?
I know what quirky means. I never heard you use it, so that's why I just find it funny. Anyway.
Fair enough. Hey, speaking of quirky bullshit, thanks to an article from like 2 months ago, like a month ago. This was in September. A website did a big article about stuff for the next season of Cobra Kai, and buried in there was the news that Hasbro is going to be doing a capsule collection of Mighty Morphin and Cobra Kai collab figures, which will be available at the beginning of next year exclusively at Target. I personally don't give a flying shit about these because I don't give a flying shit about Cobra Kai or Karate Kid in general. It's just one of those things that's been completely outside of my periphery of interest for my entire life. And even though people say Cobra Kai is great, I don't care enough to try it or the original movies or anything. But it's one of those things where I look at it and I want to be like, ugh, this is stupid. This is a waste of time. But like, it does make sense because Mighty Morphin had a huge focus on martial arts, and obviously so does Cobra Kai. And Cobra Kai is really hot right now, so it makes sense for them to collab with it and get some casual cash feeding back into the machine. Hopefully, this funds more stuff that I'm actually interested in, like giving us Nova and Cat Ranger in the Lightning Collection.
All right, I got actually more. I got more connection to this than Vac. I have watched the first season of Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot, actually. I need to watch the other seasons, but like I liked it a lot. Very surprising given that the first 2 seasons were produced under YouTube streaming bullshit they tried to do. It's now on Netflix. But anyway, I think this idea is silly, but very funny. And I do like it how it's kind of these collaborations with stuff like Ninja Turtle, Street Fighter, and now Cobra Kai. It's normalizing Power Rangers in the modern eye.
Yeah, it's on the same level of the Transformers collaborative stuff. Like, yes, that stuff is weird, but it puts Transformers and now Power Rangers in front of people who wouldn't otherwise look at it a second time.
Yeah, it's putting it back into the pop culture atmosphere and like trying to like get the casual. And it's also usually these things don't take away from the main Lightning Collection waves. These are just like, hey, this is a side project we're funding with like a third party. Like, so
I mean, like these are the next Target exclusives. You know what that means? The next Target exclusives aren't going to be something people really want, like the Tyrannosaurus Centuries.
Yeah. Oh God, no! Oh no! Because the Cobra Kais are going to be the next Tyrannosaurus Centuries. Oh, what a story!
That's fine. That's fine. Those people can fucking hunt for that shit. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, like it would just be funny, but like I don't know. And I don't really feel like strongly. I just think this is funny.
Yeah, and I mean, if anything, we can all agree it's going to be hilarious to see what Power Ranger-ified Cobra Kai characters are going to look like. Because it's going to be wacky original designs like those second 2 Street Fighter figures.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the discourse around new, more original suits.
Hey, we got Smash Mouth Ken. I'm excited to see what fucking Cobra Kai abominations happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, people were already comparing like the Cobra Kai is what Power Rangers should be, which I'm like, I kind of get it, but also no, shut up.
I mean, if you were gonna do a new show that's a direct sequel to MMPR with the original cast, I can see that. But I don't want a new season that's an adaptation of a recent Sentai with a new cast to be like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's way besides the point. Getting back to Lightning Collection news, Hasbro has announced that this year they are going to be doing another 1027 live stream. If you're not familiar, this is something they did as a follow-up to PulseCon last year as an exclusive little sneak preview thing for Hasbro Pulse Premium members. But it was just an unlisted live stream on their YouTube channel, so like everybody posted the link within the first 5 minutes. And the reason it is called 1027 is because 1027 is the actual street number of the building that is Hasbro HQ. It's a fun little in-joke. And basically what last year's was it was just like a little going around the office, and you get like one little tidbit for each brand, and it's entirely random what it is. Like, I think G.I. Joe revealed a figure or like a name of a character they were working on, and Star Wars showed like an update on something, and Marvel Legends may have revealed a figure. And I think because I didn't watch it last year, I just saw like a couple of reveals, and I don't even remember what they were anymore. But I think Josh said on Lightning Storm this week that the Power Rangers thing last year was just like a clip from Dino Fury. So be interesting to see what we actually get this time. Because the other thing is, last year when it happened, that was when In Space Silver went out for pre-order without being officially announced. So Who the heck knows what's going to happen this time? It'll be something to keep an eye out on.
I will probably hear from you when I'm doing other shit that day.
Yeah. Well, speaking of hearing auspicious things from people, Simon Bennett went on a fucking tear in the last week.
Error?
A tear. Yeah, taking a long streak out of something. Because he went on Ranger Board and did a bunch of posts basically doing almost like a Reddit AMA of clearing up behind the scenes details of seasons that he's worked on, aka Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers, and now Dino Fury, especially talking about like some of the creative restrictions that went into Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers. And the big thing that stuck out to me is just like, we always suspected, but now we finally have official confirmation. Ninja Steel was a bland piece of shit because of executive meddling.
Yeah, like Saban executives were like, "Eh, I like farts. My kid likes farts. Put more farts."
Mm-hmm. Don't have conflict. The Rangers can't argue with each other. Also, for everybody who's always kind of wondered whether Blaze, Roxy, and Void Knight are considered Rangers, Hasbro doesn't officially consider them to be Rangers because they were evil, but in the minds of Simon, Becca, and Alwyn, they are. So it's kind of like just depends on which camp you want to follow. And personally, I'd be inclined to follow Simon, Becca, and Alwyn because they're the fucking writers.
Yeah, like Hasbro's like the high executive who, like, they're kind of, they don't really make the show. They make the show happen.
Yeah,
they fund it.
He also confirmed that Cosmic Fury is going to be the first Power Rangers season to shoot in 4K, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah,
there's some moment, like we already talked about, there's some moments in the back half of Dino Fury Season 2 that I thought were absolutely breathtaking. Like, they took a leap up in terms of quality of footage and cinematography. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see what they can achieve for Cosmic Fury.
Yeah, especially because space.
Mm-hmm. And then he deleted his Twitter. You know what? Valid.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. I don't want to deal with Power Rangers. I don't want to deal with Power Rangers Twitter as much as I don't want to. Or I'm trying to distance myself away. You know what? Just cut the middleman out.
Simon Bennett out here living the dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna go shoot a cool TV show and just freaking leave all you losers behind. I don't need to freaking talk to you.
He fucking dished the dirt, laid down some straight facts, cleared up all the confusion, and then peaced out.
Yeah, what a Chad. We stand.
Yeah, we stand the based pogger that is the Chad known as Simon Bennett.
Okay, Vac, we need to work in your phrasing. I think he doesn't understand why I use those terms or how I do.
He's the goated raw Kino waifu of Tokusatsu.
Oh my God, I'm going to this guy. Am I right? Freaking send your complaints over at, what's your Twitter at?
Send it to boingorider@gmail.com.
Yeah, you can send it there.
Also, cool little bit of behind the scenes information. It's not official, but according to Russell Curry, Zato's new suit is the Ghost Ranger. That's what they were calling it on set. I don't believe it has an official name yet, and it probably won't until Cosmic Fury has come out. But if that's what it is to Russell Curry, and he has permission from Simon to call it that, I'm calling it the Ghost Ranger.
And actually, that makes sense. It kind of does look very ghostly.
And it's like he's Fury miraculously coming back from the dead.
Yeah, maybe they'll play into Cosmic Fury where it'll be like, yeah, I'm back, but I got some restrictions, man. Like, you'll freaking Takaru from Kamen Rider Ghost.
Oh, Jesus. And hey, neat little thing that came out the other day. Martian Ranger, who has been doing this since, I believe, Dino Charge, posted up the footage ratios for Dino Fury, which, if you don't know, is basically, here's how much original footage is in an episode, here's how much Sentai footage is in an episode, and it's pretty interesting that, on average, Dino Fury only used about 3 minutes of Sentai footage per episode, which is 13%.
Wow. I mean, they did shoot a lot of original footage for that finale, despite basically using that finale set piece as the basis for the original footage.
Mhm. And I mean, like, it's not staggering considering Power Ranger episodes are 22 minutes, but it's still a lot smaller than you'd think it'd be. Like, I'd think like between 5 and 8 minutes per episode, just
Yeah.
on any Power Ranger season.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much all the Dino Fury news. We do have a little bit of Cosmic Fury news, which is just that Walter Jones posted a Instagram story saying that he was already on his way back from New Zealand because they've already finished filming the 30th anniversary special. They shot it in 10 days, which makes perfect sense. If it was just going to be one episode, that's about the time it takes to film an episode of television, whether it's 22 minutes or 48 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully he had a safe flight home. Hopefully it turns out good. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah.
So basically, the editors are working now.
Mm-hmm. Now the big thing that I've kind of been yikesing myself up for the last 2 weeks. So Hasbro had their big investor day early last week, and one of the big things out of it was the news that Hasbro is not renewing most of their contract with Paramount Pictures. They are renewing the license for Transformers and G.I. Joe, but everything else is going back to being just an exclusively Hasbro Studios property via E1. And after 2023, E1 is going to begin working on a new live action series of Power Rangers and potentially films and animation, which I don't want to say completely confirms it, but basically confirms that, yeah, Cosmic Fury is going to be the last season and then we're rebooting.
I don't think that's entirely true, because you can still keep the especially if Cosmic Fury does well, you can still keep like the Sentai adaptations and just do all the side stuff and maybe like downplay the Sentai adaptations or something. I don't know, but like I don't want to see the Sentai adaptations go, man.
Don't either, but like this news has been on the horizon for almost 3 years now, and though it's mostly been rumor and innuendo, the more and more of this kind of stuff Hasbro puts out, the more and more I'm actually inclined to believe it.
Yeah, I guess that's a direction they want to head, but that is not a direction I am fond of. Is what I'm gonna say.
I mean, it's like anything else we've talked about so far tonight. Hopefully, it's good.
Yeah, and I do like Dino Fury a lot. It's a great show, and I'm excited for Cosmic Fury despite all the whole kerfuffle, especially because I think I'll be able to enjoy Cosmic Fury more because I'm trying to separate more from the PR machine, or at least I hope my friends don't annoy me about it.
But it seems like that's primarily our enjoyment of that show is primarily due to Simon and the cast.
Yeah, so.
And if the rumors are true, this new reboot project is going to be under a different creative team. So
yeah,
it's uncharted territory.
And like I've from the little I've seen of Jonathan Entwistle's work, I do like it a lot. I do think he could do some great character drama.
Mm-hmm.
His production companies. I'm just, man, I don't want to. I'm more so worried about the aesthetics. I believe these will be well written dramas or like character pieces or just whatever they want to do. But Power Ranger original aesthetics have been hit or miss, and like
put motherfuckers in spandex.
Yes, no armor, no bullshit armor. I like the Cosmic Fury original suits, but again, I still wish the Lightning Bolt. Just like use that as a semi template and just expand off that with freaking
like. It doesn't have to be a straight up Sentai suit, but give me something that I can believe is still Power Rangers.
Just make him a just freaking Kamen Rider it. Just like still have the spandex undersuit, but put armor on it. Like still like that's like.
I guess I could see that, but even Kamen Rider looks too distinct from Sentai suits to me to be considered Power Rangers.
Fair, but like I'm just saying, like kind of like the design philosophy behind the design building behind the suit. If you really just don't want the pure spandex,
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to open up this can of worms, but as long as you don't give us the suits from 2017 again,
please don't.
I won't be too mad.
Those suits suck. Don't use that as a template. I don't care what Twitter thinks. Don't use it as a template. If you do, I will hunt you, and I will not be nice. Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
Hey, but it's just your anxiety getting the better of you. It'll
Yeah,
all be okay in the end.
I think I'm the only person in this world who has Power Rangers related anxiety.
You've known me in Database for how long?
Like, no, I don't mean like you guys are more chill about it, and you usually handle these things better than I.
That just comes with age and experience, man.
Yeah.
But hey, speaking of aging a little bit, let's get into the new releases.
Oh god, okay. We got a double decker of Decker.
Hey.
Yeah, Ultraman Decker, episode 13, Jumbo Rock. This is a clip show featuring a Trigger character. It was okay.
It was fun. I liked it. I liked getting to see I liked getting to hear Mao's voice again. Mao's one of the few Japanese actresses I actually try to follow a little bit here and there.
Yeah. And she does a lot of voice work
this week.
Yeah, but it was an okay clip show. That's all I got.
It's like a Transformers Prime clip show where it's still good and enjoyable. It's not 100% required viewing, but it's not unwatchable. You know, it's not just clips. Like there's some story going on here.
Yeah, there's a development. There's like how far characters have come or how far they still need to go. That's good. But I'm more excited to talk about this week's episode. Ultraman Decker, episode 14, Birth of a Dark God.
Amazon.
Oh god. Okay, we'll get to that. But first, episode.
We gotta talk about fucking Tainaguchi Masashi, the new Triple Crown champion of Tokusatsu.
Yeah, he's been a Kamen Rider twice, both Amazons and in Saber as Falchion. He's been Go-Go Blue from Go-Go 5, and now he's freaking Ultraman as, like, Future Decker?
Yeah, he's fucking Future Decker, and apparently Decker has just been secretly the Flash this whole time, because fucking Professor Man who designed the Megazord for Hanejiro is a secret bad guy from the future who designed the Megazord to be his Megazord, and he wants to kill Decker, and the Sphere are working for him.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah. That's a pretty insane plot. I mean, we already know something sussy was up for him, but like, I think they pulled it well because, man, this dude really, like, he hams it up in the best way. He really got that.
I don't even think he hams it up. He just has that perfect, snarlingly evil fuck you. Like he's just fucking Reverse Flash, but it's perfectly good in this show that he is that.
Yeah, it's great. Like that's great. And then like the freaking like people were saying there's like a big reveal in this episode before I watched it, and I'm like, okay, I guess what it is. And like I thought it was gonna be like, oh, Dinah shows up, Trigger comes back or something. But like no, it was freaking like just the actor reveal. I was like, wait, is that who I think it is? And then like he freaking transforms into Decker, and then like they freaking give him like unique suit like movements. It's like to distinct his character from Kanata.
And it's not just that scene, but also the earlier fight Kanata has. That like there's some amazing suit acting in this episode.
Yeah, 100% from both like just everyone. All the suit actors are just doing a great job this week, and it's like I'm super excited for next week, especially because we're gonna get dynamic form. So,
and we're probably gonna dive into what the actual backstory and what the fucking plot of the show is. Everybody who's complaining that the show has no plot, here it is, fucking smacking you in the face.
That's usually how like a lot of modern Ultraman work. Is like they usually start staring at Trigger. Usually use the first half to set up all the characters, and then like second half is like plot. Here's all the big beats we're supposed to hit. You know, because of like 25 episodes. Like Rube does it. I think other shows do it. Yeah, but like. Yeah, G does it too. Like it just like it's a pretty good formula, and there's still gonna be like one-off adventures, I'm sure. But like, yeah, I'm just like Decker. Just really like this show's like really elevating to new heights.
It's like, ooh, gosh, wowie, Razzmatazz, Zowie, Powie. It's fucking good.
Yeah. I'm glad we had all the build up for like the first half of the show, but now we're getting to like the good meat of it, and it's like,
yeah, you know what? It's not even meat. We ate our vegetables, and now we're getting our fucking ice cream brownie triple decker dessert.
Yeah, Decker. Should we move on to superhero time?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Conrader Geats, episode 6, Encounter 5, Turnabout Boost.
This episode was pretty good, though, like, today when I was trying to remember it at work, all I could think of was just Buffo wearing the belt with just his shirt on in at the beach, and he looks, like, ridiculously skinny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. So Mary's out, and kind of like we kind of like all our suspicions about
Oh
him.
yeah, that's right. We find out everything about Mary here. Like
Yeah.
he was sussy wussy, but it turns out he's a big old shit.
Yeah, which is like, man, why did they have to give such a banger suit design to the slut? I hope the Mary suit comes back in some way.
The Mary suit comes back, and it's like the coolest Chad guy ever for an arc.
Yes, please. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, it's very interesting to see like the slimy kind of like, oh, like his whole like kitten thing was actually manipulation. It wasn't just us reading too much into
And as soon as Buffa finds out, he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna get back with Tycoon. And that was like, as much as Buffa is kind of an annoying tryhard, I like that characterization of like, as soon as you do something that's actually scummy, I'm gonna ditch you because I'm in here to clear that shit out because of what happened to my friend.
Yeah, but Buffa really got some good development. Even like with Kawa, he got some good stuff in this episode, and we'll get stuff better the next episode we're gonna talk about. But also, like, probably my favorite moment was like that slow mo shot, that finisher with like the piano playing. That was so good.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was super awesome. And also, I did find it funny that like for all my bluster 2 weeks ago about like, oh, I love how they showed them figuring out the gimmick, but didn't explain it to us, so we could just figure it out ourselves between this week and next. They don't explain it here, and then I went and watched Boingo's episode on last show, and I'm just an idiot. It was a simple like matching card suits thing.
Yeah, I think that I did say that, but it pretty much was that. Like, you gotta,
it just went right over my head.
Yeah, you gotta like kill them at the same time.
That's what I get for not being a gamer.
Yeah, you should be gaming now.
All right, I'll boot up Fortnite.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Speaking of gaming, Geats episode 7 Encounter 6 Kick the Can versus the final boss. That's a weird episode title.
This episode was really good.
Oh yeah, it was good. Oh,
like just a great way to show it. So like I was down on Trust Last when we first got it. I was like, this is very overhyped. This is kind of a mess of a song. It has grown on me so much that I was pumping it up when it started in this episode.
Yeah, like from the beginning, even the ending, like the ending preview segment. Oh, the use of that was so hype. But we'll talk about that next week. But this week,
this is like blowing the hatch off this thing and like finally starting to give us some real details about what's going on.
Yeah, because we're entering like the end of the first loop because of freaking final boss. I'm pretty sure my theory of there'll be multiple Desire Grand Prix is true at this point.
Oh yeah, it's all but confirmed.
Yeah, and like so we're getting to the final end of this loop, and Tycoon is like freaking having the worst day.
Yeah, because like you think this is Tycoon's big episode where he becomes a real boy and sticks up for himself, and it's all a trick from Geats. It's all a trick so Geats can be the final boss, and Geats doesn't even do it.
Yeah, he does it so poorly, and like obviously next episode, like Tycoon's gonna get up and get his big boy form with the ninja, but like this is a really good setup for that. Just like freaking beating this dude down, and like Kawa at the end, he's like, I don't trust, and like the trust last.
No, on trust comes last.
Yeah. They set that. Man, the show's doing a really good job at paying off all its setup so far.
But also, I did like the earlier parts of the episode where we got those big payoffs from the end of the episode set up with stuff like them not being able to deal with the boss because it has this weird thing, and that leads to us getting more history of the Desire Grand Prix and finally confirming the immortal Geats theory.
Yeah, he's been doing this for like 2,000 plus years.
I forget what exactly he says, but basically it's a way of saying that he's been playing the Desire Grand Prix since the beginning of the Western calendar.
Yeah, so yeah, over 2,000 years.
And he's looking for his mom. That's the person he's been searching for. That we've got.
Which makes me wonder, like, is everyone reincarnated in the resets, or?
We'll have to see.
Yeah, this is actually. Oh god, I wonder if this show, like, they're really like playing like this is its own world. So I wonder how the crossover. But that hasn't really stopped Rider before, so
the crossover is just like a self-contained Desire Grand Prix where the Revice riders get involved.
Yeah, might be. Well, that would be a really interesting way to do it, but like we'll see. Yeah, I just like then like they beat down this man so hard, and it's like you really feel a struggle, and it's like even just like cute character moments of like Neon and Ace are great.
I really thought after that scene after the dinner where they're all walking home. I really thought we were about to get like the birth of a real friendship between Geats and Tycoon, and it turned out to be a freaking rug pull in the best way possible.
Yeah, and it's like keeping in character with like Ace kind of being like a smug, but this might be part of his plan to get Keiwa up to shape, like just beating him down. But like, I hope Keiwa like either this arc or whenever he gets his like mid-season power up. Freaking like stands up to Geats like freaking Kagami style, being like, "I am not you. I'm gonna do this my way. Screw you."
Yeah, like I think this next episode 8, is going to be the end of the first Desire Grand Prix arc, and then we're going to get another one over the holidays. And I'm still buying into the theory of Tycoon is the Christmas death. Like Tycoon's gonna get his resolve next week, and he's gonna have it for a little while. But it's going to lead to him getting overconfident, screwing up, and getting killed.
Very possible. Or just, like, he keeps that resolve, but he's just not that, like, he just, like, fails at it, but still, like, keeps going, and then that changes Ace's point of view, which I'm like, gay.
gay, homosexual, gay.
Yeah, basically. A great episode. The action was a bit reliant on CGI, admittedly, but, like, there's still some really
It was solid CGI though, and like I still enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, true. I think that's it for Geats.
Also, excellent utilization of the power of pants.
Yeah, but very good pants use. Like, I mean, this show really is an endorsement for fancy pants.
Everyone go watch Gateway to Geats if you haven't. It's a good time.
Yeah, good time.
We love you, Boingo.
Right. Love you. All right. Anyway, Avatar Sentai DonBros is I can't wait. All right, let's get into them. Episode 32, Duel Part 2. This is a sequel to the 27th episode of DonBros that kind of kicked off the second half. Holy shit!
It's sort of like poetry. It rhymes. Every stanza repeats the last one.
Yeah,
like that's literally this whole episode. I was just repeating that quote in my head the whole time.
It's a good version of that. Oh my god. Freaking like Sonoi coming back as basically like with Don Momotaro elements and just getting his own like badass magical girl henshin.
I love getting to see that guy act more.
Yeah, because he's been very stoic, very good at being stoic, but it's like, oh my god, this dude's range is insane, you know?
Mm-hmm. And even before that, the like repeating of the duel episode with Sanoi and Sonoza are their names?
Yeah, the Notoi.
Yeah, when they go on the whole package thing with Taro again, that was fun.
That was adorable. And then like, but the actual like duel part of the episode at the end, like they use
I'm gonna straight up say I like the first one better, but this was still really cool.
Yeah, the first one had it was the first one first off, and also it had the insert song.
Was like a gut punch. This is more like a slow. Oh no.
Yeah, which fits with like the song because the song is very gut punchy, like just punch. Well, this is more like a slow stab, as like with the piano, and like just them being happy to see each other, and then just like their battle faces. Oh, that hurts.
A little bit.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just these legit. This episode and next, this DonBros has surpassed Jetman for me. It's my new favorite. Sentai.
Boyo, we still got a ways to go.
I know, but like, I don't think he don't miss. He don't miss though. He don't miss. So.
All right. Let's talk about the episode I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, I enjoyed both of these a lot. Like the next episode actually influenced my decision to put DonBros at number 1. But anyway, DonBros 33, The Birth of Happiness Itself.
So let's get the joke right out of the way. Today is Friday in Kikaitopia.
All right, yeah, that freaking Kaku Ranger meme that nobody knows it's from Kaku Ranger.
Yeah, but no, that was cool. I like seeing Kaito do stuff, especially because whenever he does stuff in this show, it's like gloriously bizarre.
Yeah, it's very much is like Zenkaiger humor with that kind of thing.
It's like a deadpan version of Zenkaiger humor.
Yeah, which fits with this version of Kaito. And also just the fact that the next time we see the Zenkai black suit out of battle, it's just freaking doing surgery and collecting cups. That's hilarious.
Collecting cups. He had to go to 7-Eleven to get his WWE collector cups to heal Don Momotaro.
That would have been a great promotion of the Japan World Wrestling.
No, that would have been New Japan Pro Wrestling, but still.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I don't know the exact.
Tanahashi shows up just to go, look, it's my face on a cup.
Yeah, but this was a really good power-up episode for a writer infamous for not doing great power-up episodes, you know?
Yeah, it's very uncharacteristic. I'm fucking Elmer Fudd now. But no, it's uncharacteristic of Inoue to write an episode with a power-up in it that actually has a really smart, well-integrated reason for the power-up to happen, which is fucking Taro got the shit kicked out of him, and he had to be healed and have an emergency surgery, and that gave him a new power, because part of the surgery was mixing together the powers of not just all the other Dom brothers, but the Cerebrands as well.
Yeah, no Inu brother juice, though.
Mm-hmm. Or Murasame, for that matter.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Inu brother, he got a really cool subplot of this episode, basically figuring, all right, this is how I get Natsumi, I'm gonna execute it next episode.
Yeah, I love that he's getting more proactive. I can't wait to watch next week's episode for more of that.
Yeah, I think we're getting very close to the CGI Ranger feud actually coming to its head, so...
Yeah, the DonBros before Donhos arc. Let's go!
Yeah.
But yeah, no...
Also, when like Taro actually gets revived and Sonoi is like, "Wait, you're alive," and then he just says the raw shit. I have neither contracted with heaven nor hell. I am like a phoenix.
Yeah, that was so great, especially because like you actually know this time that it's complete bullshit that he was going to die if Kaito hadn't been given him.
Yeah, he's just like so full of himself. Like he was near death, but he's still gonna put on the most showy facade ever, and I love that.
Mm-hmm. It's a real good time. I like this episode a lot.
Yeah, and then the actual power up itself was really cool. I love how like the power up pension had like all the feather people fans, the crew that hypes Don Momotaro up, like basically like floating around.
The Palquin people.
Yeah, the Palquin. Yeah, just like freaking like floating around like while he mentions. That's great.
Yeah, it was. I'm still not in love with this power up, but I do like its debut.
Yeah, it is very good. It would have been better if there was like a vocal insert, but like you know what you're gonna do. We already have enough this show. So. And
as somebody who's not seen Sun Vulcan, I do feel like this was a better Sun Vulcan homage than most Sentais have gotten.
Yeah. It was also, yeah, I love how, like, most of the episode, like, while Kaito's trying to heal him, are just the Noto and, like, Don Brothers basically just, like, freaking around and just being like, yeah, we'll fight each other.
We're just having a dinner party.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's real good. Like you can tell, like as much as we all have our little hangups with certain Inoue-isms. Inoue is still a great writer because he wrote an episode that's mostly just a dinner party between all the characters and was still super entertaining.
Yeah, and it's just like, especially because like with all the extra elements included. So, man,
we didn't even talk about Feral Jiro getting like all this cool character conflict.
Yeah, because he's like, I gotta like freaking save Taro, even though I used to hate Taro, but like, you know, who else am I gonna surpass? I need like a goalpost to like surpass, and then him fighting Don Murasame, like for like who will take Taro home. It's like
that's a pretty stereotypical shonen character trope, but I still love it. The whole like, you can't die, I have to kill you.
Yeah, or like it's not. I think he's overkilling. He just wants to surpass him. Like at this point, like I don't know, I could be wrong. But yeah, like it just the show is so good. And also, I just want to mention, basically, like at this point, Jiro is every 6 Ranger trope into one, with like
kinda.
Yeah, because he got the Evil Ranger stuff. He got the show-offy. He got the optimistic, like, newcomer. He got every trope in the book.
Mm-hmm. In a way, just straight up went, "Oh, you invented a new type of character for this series right after I wrote my last show. All right, I'm just gonna outdo all of them."
Yeah. I still think Two Kaiser's my favorite, though that's just bias.
Oh yeah, Two Kaiser's a good boy. We like Two
Yeah.
Kaiser in this house, though. I would say Gokai Silver's even better.
Yeah, fair. Anyway, I think that's all the episodes we got.
Yeah, that is the new episodes, but
Outsiders did come out, but it's not subbed, so
I mean, it is subbed, but it's subbed as like just a script. It's like there's a type of subs where you have to like attach the subs to the file yourself, and I'm too lazy for that shit. So we'll wait until there's an actual video file out.
all right. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Black RX?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about your shit first.
My voice is a bit tired.
Oh, okay. So I watched a bunch more Black RX this week, episode 20 through 31, and oh boy, a lot of shit happened. I won't get into too much of it, but basically, there was a whole arc where it's like very clearly this is right after like they started noticing the ratings dipping, and they started going, "Oh shit, make the show more like Black, make the show more like Black." And like things get way more serious because a new crisis general shows up who's like threatening to fire all the other generals because they're not pleasing the emperor. Kotaro gets kicked out of his aunt's house for a little bit because the family is under threat from monsters. Shadow Moon comes back from the dead and is just like another villain out there hanging around. He doesn't have like all his memories anymore, and like he doesn't have access to monsters or anything. He's just like, "Oh, I remember I have to kill Kamen Rider. I'm going to do everything in my power to kill Kamen Rider." So he'll just show up occasionally like the goddamn Terminator, and the episode has to come to a halt so him and Kotaro can fight, and it's honestly kind of raw. And I also watched the movie, which is more like a special presentation because it's only like 18 minutes long, I think. Run All Over the World is basically just like a fun, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey Doctor Who type story because the Crisis Empire tries to kill Kotaro back when he was Black because they surmise that will be easier. But what actually ends up happening is just Kotaro travels back from the future as RX and helps his past self. And then like two other versions of him that are Robo and Bio Rider also come back from the future. So you just get all of Kotaro's suits fighting on screen at the same time like they're a Sentai team. And they're all voiced by the same actor at the same time. So it's both really cool and really confusing to watch.
Yeah. Oh my god. But is it getting to like the dramatic finish of Black RX? No.
It seems like we're coming up on it. I mean, we're in the 30s now, so we'll see.
Yeah. Tell me when like everyone dies or something. I don't know.
Hey, everybody dies in the end.
Yeah, I know, but like in the show, apparently, or something. I don't know.
I think you might be getting that ending confused with original Black because
maybe I am.
Like people, not everybody dies in Black, but it does have a very somber ending. And from what I've heard, RX has a more like not like happy, but more optimistic ending because they knew it was going to be the end of the franchise for a little while.
Yeah. Oh my god, RX is gonna Cosmic Fury is what like RX.
I can just hear the gears in your brain grinding.
Yeah. Oh god. Anyway, that incomplete thought out of the way. I'll talk about the stuff I got. So last week, Discotech sent me something. I bought it.
Did you get one of them Japanese mangoes the kids are all into?
No, they sent me Space Sheriff Gavan on Blu-ray.
That's a good show. I like that show.
Yeah, I watched a couple episodes. Very good quality. You could definitely see like where the VHS rips are using like CGI and like special effects, but it makes the like actual practical effects with like HD practical effects even more impressive. I think so. Very good version of the show. Very good subtitles. I don't like how the DVD doesn't tell me where the bonus features are. I had to look to see if they're on disc 4 myself.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I don't like that. But like the bonus features are pretty good. I'm kind of sad it wasn't like a full intention episode. It was more like just a written essay. But I get it. My Mike Dent's been going through some shit, so fine. Mm-hmm. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for Mike. Thank you for all the work you put into this for both the essay and the pictures in it. Just,
Yeah, shout out to Mike Den. He's one of the real ones.
Yeah. Very good packaging. Just Discotheque, they do great work. I hope. Apparently there's another Discotheque day coming up, so I hope they finish up the first
Airgun and Scheider, let's go.
Scheider, yeah, let's get. I hope Scheider's next. Basically, because we do have already Jab Person, so let's get Scheider to complete the Space Sheriff trilogy. And also Scheider is one of my favorite suits in like Metal Heroes, so please do him. And then also, guess what show finished up this week that I haven't been talking about because it's technically not Toku, but it's Toku adjacent. Futopii!
Alright.
Freaking your phone was like...
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, just your phone like before you said, alright.
I'm sorry, it's literally just my phone telling me that my provider's legal agreements have been updated and I need to hit consent or whatever.
Alright. Yeah, Futopii finished, and overall, it's pretty good. It does, like, the first half does, the whole show kind of does have that bit of anime horniness to it, but it's, like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not, like, too aggressive, especially because it's, like, it's adult character. It's not, like, under frickers, so that's good. The new character, Tokimi, she actually works, like, after the first arc, I think she has really cute dynamics of the cast, especially Philip, because, like, they freaking have a rivalry over Shotaro's, like, love, and then Philip learns about homosexuality. Oh
my god, what?
He actually does. I need to send you the screen cap of it, of where he realizes, freaking Futopii, Philip, men.
Philip discovers homosexuality. My favorite episode of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, that's an actual thing, and I'm like, that's... Oh my god, there's actual YouTube clips here. I'll just send it to you for later. But yeah, the show does end on a cliffhanger, because there's still more manga to adapt, but it does kind of like, if you do want to check out Double after, it does kind of lead into with Begins Night, and we do get a shot of Anime Skull, which is, and like, overall, the show is made out of love, I'd say, because like the Kamen Rider segments, like, well, a bit over like the animation is pretty good, very well drawn, I say. Nothing really goes like over the top as the first Henshin, I think, but like that's kind of good because I know like a few people had like, oh, this is a bit over it.
Yeah, I was one of those people. I watched that clip and I was like, this is too much for me. Watching this makes me feel old.
No, I know. Sorry about that.
It's fine. You didn't make the show.
I guess, yeah. Studio Kai did. They did a great job. I love the segments at the end of each episode instead of episode previews, which is just more character interactions, and freaking Kamen Rider X just shows up for a second in one of them.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so that's neat.
You know he was somebody on staff's favorite Kamen Rider then.
Yeah, because like the joke was basically they reversed the double henshin pose, and it's like, wait, that makes an X, and X just shows up. And it's like, yeah, Axel, I think this might be the best characterization Axel's gotten ever, because like he's just so badass in this, but also just like his stoicism leads to even funnier moments from the rest of the cast.
Are him and
yeah, they're married. They're married.
Okay, I keep forgetting if like this takes place after or during Double.
It's after Double. So, but they don't really spoil anything except the bad guys were defeated. So, although if you do watch Double with the context of it, the last episode does feel like I'm just waiting for something to happen. Is all I'll say. But yeah, I do. Fun show, good like 7, 8 out of 10. Like, not the best anime ever, but a really good, solid step forward. I really hope there's a season 2. I really hope there's more Kamen Rider animation in the future. And I hope.
Give me Spirits!
Yeah, I don't think Spirits will get adapted, but like.
Yeah, I've seen all the reasons it might not happen, but I'm still gonna ask.
Like, you're on copium, man. This dude's on copium.
I want Wizard Blu-rays, I want Gokaiger Blu-rays, and I want a goddamn Spirits anime. I will die on these hills.
Okay.
Also, Cat and Nova and the Lightning Collection. That's a hill too.
The 4 hills of the Vacuuminator. Freaking like, just make like top 5 hills I will die on. There, that will get a
yeah. That's my next video. Fuck the project we're working on.
Yeah. Actually, before there's like one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah. Just like kind of general reception to Futopii from like after the first 2 episodes, I didn't really see much press other than like a few people. And really,
has Mother's Basement made a video on it yet?
Oh, no, I was just about to get to, like, none of the anime YouTubers have really like covered it. Like, not Geek. Not, I mean,
they're too busy watching Spy Family.
Well, that too, but also I think there's this show kind of came out at like a very poor time for anime. No, anime's doing great, but like it came out it came out a month after the season of like summer started for anime, and also the next season of anime is like stacked of like Chainsaw Man, Gundam, freaking Spy Family season 2 or Core 2. And it's just like there's so much stuff to watch next season that nobody paid attention to the little show that could.
Oof.
So, but like I still think there'll be a season 2. Like it's gotten great reception from like those who actually watch it, and I'm pretty sure like I think Toei's happy with how it's handled, especially because they're still doing a freaking live action stage show, which is weird. We have a live action show adapted to manga, turned into animation, then back to live action.
All we need is a freaking audio drama, and the Rubicon will be complete.
Basically, I mean, like animes do get audio drama, so I don't like could happen. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got on Futsu PI. I might do I'm already writing a bigger video on it for later, but like, yeah, I'm overall positive about this show. And like, yeah.
All right, well,
it's good for fans. Not sure how it will be for newcomers, but I do think like if you really want to start your Kamen Rider journey with an, you could do worse.
You could watch the Showa Chibi show.
That's cute. That's cute. That's not really like tell you anything. It's more just like
cute. I really know nothing about it except the characters that are in it. So
yeah, I freaking want to collab on that. Nah, joking.
Maybe someday we'll see. But I think that is everything we have to talk about this week. So we got in. We're about an hour and a half. That's not terrible. Yeah. But hey, Buster, let's close out the show. Plug your stuff.
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do the video essays on the YouTube, and we're currently in the midst of Writer Week. Not like the Shout Factory Toei shit, but like my own Writer Week, where every day a new Kamen Rider video analysis will come out, and like
hooray, woo!
Yeah, and like today was Hibiki. By the time you'll see this, Kabuto will be out. I actually scheduled tweets for all of them today, so. I don't have to tweet about them late, so yeah. Go watch all of my Kamen Rider videos. We're very close to decade, which I might be starting to write soon. Ooh.
In stereo, no less. Hey everybody, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make video essays on tokusatsu and occasionally other things. You can find all of them at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. There's been a very slow output this year, but we're looking to crank production back up very, very soon. And in the meantime, you can subscribe to me there. You can follow me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator and on Instagram at _Vacuuminator, where I do action figure photography. But folks, that is it for the last 2 weeks in Tokusatsu, so thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next week for whatever happens that week in Tokusatsu.